had this idea of partnering art with writing. And so we kind of bantered some ideas about, and we came up with this concept of Forgotten Philadelphia. The premise of Forgotten Philadelphia is to recognize a few, in this case 15 heritage sites around Philadelphia that may have been forgotten for various reasons, or may be there, but there are aspects of it that people aren't familiar with.
I found out about Philadelphia Stories, this project, from Carla Spataro, who actually emailed me and asked me if I would like to team up with an artist and contribute something. And I actually had a choice of picking a location. I picked the Tyler School of Art just because I know so many people that graduated and got a degree there. And I was then shown a piece of artwork of Melissa Tavier's and asked to write something that would correspond to the actual place or that was inspired by the art itself.
So one interesting bit is the artists and the writers never got together ahead of time to do their interpretations. So they first met at the launch of this exhibit at the Welcome Center at Love Park, and it was really interesting to see how they actually paired so beautifully, even thematically in some cases.
I was interested in the circle that's in the work, and I had this idea that to me it looked like a pink moon, and I didn't actually write to the location as much as I wrote to what I felt, just feelings about the artwork itself.
This idea of pairing art and writing is very hot right now with the acrostic poetry, and so it's a concept that's, I think, getting its legs. But in this particular case, I think we've tapped into something that makes sense for Philadelphia Stories as well. One of the reasons we started Philadelphia Stories was we felt that Philadelphia in many ways was sort of in the cultural shadow of New York and some of the other metropolitan areas in the Northeast. And we knew lots of talented artists and writers, and so that was one of the reasons we launched Philadelphia Stories in 2004, was to say, hey, you know, there's a lot of talent here, there's a lot of great culture here.
Yeah, there's something about Philadelphia that makes you feel, or at least makes me feel, as if I matter. And the fact that I'm raising my family in the city, it matters, that my neighborhood is better for it, that my city is better for it, and that it relents, it gives you something, it gives you a place, a deep rooted home.
I think Philadelphia is such a great city, and in general, and I think some of the sites are just part of our history, and it makes me sad that anything in any city is ever forgotten.
And so for that, you know, I thank the city, but I thank the artists and writers in this exhibit for helping to remind me, and I hope all of you who see the work, of the meaning of individual stories and of individual places, and where we live, and what we know, and who and what has come before us, why those people and places matter.
It means a lot to me to bring something here that is relevant to so many people, not only on campus, but people that live in the area that would be interested as well.